مرحبا مشاهدينا من هالاستوديو ومن هالمنبر الإعلامي. برحب فيكم أنا جويل من لقاء جديد وحلقة جديدة بتجمعنا سفرة مع سفير. بهالمناسبة بيسعدني استضيف سعادة سفير جمهورية الفليبين السيدة بيرنارديتا كاتاليا. كومو ستابو كايو.
Mabuti naman, Joel, at maraming salamat. Thank you very much for inviting me over to your program.
Your Excellency, Mrs. Bernardita, thank you for being with us here in Meriam TV Plateau. It's a great honor, really, to host you among us and to bring Philippines to us and to see this blossom of the country, the capital Manila, and one of the largest city in the world, really.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and so that I can promote my country to the Lebanese audiences.
And the audiences all around the world.
Oh,
Exactly.
thank you for that. We are being given wider opportunity
Really.
for people to appreciate my country. Thank
Really.
you.
Thank you. First, we're going to start, Your Excellency, by seeing the geographical map of the country and the bordering countries on the monitor.
Yes.
You can tell us more about Philippines and the bordering countries.
The Philippines is in Southeast Asia, and it has no land borders because it is an archipelago of some 7,641 islands,
Wow.
around 2,000 of which are inhabited. So we have only maritime boundaries. The Philippines is located between Taiwan and Borneo. To the north, we have a maritime boundary with Taiwan, and to the northeast with Japan. To the west with Vietnam, to the east with Palau, and down south with Indonesia and Malaysia. And the Philippines is surrounded by the waters. To the west is the West Philippine Sea, which is part of the South China Sea.
Amazing.
And then to the east, it's the Philippine Sea, and down south by the Celebes Sea.
Amazing. And what's about the Quezon city? It's among the largest cities too in the country. What can you tell us?
We have Metro Manila. Manila is the capital of the Philippines, but Manila is part of a bigger grouping of cities and the municipalities. So Metro Manila has 16 cities and 1 municipality, and the population of Manila alone is around 2 million. But the whole Metro Manila, because it covers a wider area, is around 13 to 14 million.
A blossom capital of ordinary and extraordinary. This is what's written in the books about Manila.
Yeah, Manila, because it's an old city. Manila
Yes.
itself was founded maybe for more than 400 years.
It's the hub of old and modern.
Yes, it is. Because,
aspects.
as I said, even pre-colonial Philippines, Manila was already established there. But of course, in a different name, it was called Maynilad. And the other cities were founded or established much later during the American time. Yeah, so, but Manila is the seat of power.
Amazing.
Malacanang, where the president, the residence and office of the president is located.
We will talk about the structure of the country, of the government specifically, after this short video. And we will get back to the studio.
Workspaces, technology, and infrastructure make up a business. But it takes the right people in the right place for a business to succeed.
We are Transcom Worldwide. We've been in the Philippines for 10 years.
We're Mode Controls Corporation. We just celebrated our 30th anniversary.
Our company is Continental, established 40 years ago.
My company is Unilever. We've been here for over 88 years.
The working skills and traits of our Filipino workers are that they are very highly educated, very knowledgeable, very dedicated.
We love the Filipino employees. Philippines has the highest literacy rate in the world. 95% of our employees are college graduates, so it's easy to give them the skills.
The learning curve of the Filipino employees is quite fast, and that makes it easy to work with them.
They also tend to be Western in the outlook while being Asian, and that allows them to connect with other influences quite easily.
Our Filipino workers, speaking as fluent English as they do, makes it very easy to work, to communicate with our partners around the world.
The difference with Filipinos is that they listen and they hear what isn't being said. That and the English proficiency makes them the best in the business.
Best in Asia.
With a population this large and strong, anything is possible for your business.
The right people make all the difference. Your business, our people. Invest in the Philippines.
As we have seen, actually, this video sets the rhythm of big investors in Philippines and working activities. What can you tell us in short words about the activities and investing activities in Philippines specifically, Your Excellency?
Okay. Well, right now, the Philippine economy relies on the services sector. Because as we recognize, and I think it's recognized worldwide, Filipinos, our people, are our best resource. So they have some 10 million all over the world. And in the Philippines alone, we have the services sector as the biggest one, source of the economy and job generation. So we rely on the services sector around 60%.
Which is a big number.
Yes. And of course, the investment here are people. They are the ones moving, especially the BPO, the business process outsourcing.
Before getting to know more about economy, industry, and natural resources of the country, we will see the flag on the monitor now, and you will tell us more about the flag consisting of horizontal strips of blue and red with a white host triangle incorporating a golden sun and 3 stars. What can you tell us, please?
Okay. The Philippine flag was the first one. This, the one that we're using right now, has been our official flag since 1898. It was first hoisted on June 12, 1898 in Kawit, Cavite, which is the seat of the First Republic.
It was forbidden in the previous times, right?
Earlier, of
and
course.
officially recognized in 1943.
So when we proclaimed our official revolutionaries proclaimed independence on June 12, 1898, this was first hoisted. And it was actually made in Hong Kong because we have revolutionaries taking refuge in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And the flag itself symbolizes many things. So if you look at the flag, you have the white
Let's see
color.
the flag again on the monitor. Yes.
Yeah, the white color, which represents purity and peace.
Okay.
And on it is the sun, which represents independence.
Amazing.
And the 3 stars represent the 3 main groupings, regional groupings. Luzon in the north, Visayas in the center, and down south is Mindanao. And then the triangle, the white triangle, actually represents equality. And also it represents the Katipunan and the organization that was in the forefront of the independence movement. And the blue represents justice and patriotism. And the red represents valor and the blood spilt in pursuit of freedom and independence. But I would like to also include the rays of the sun. The rays of the sun, there are 8. This represents the 8 provinces that led the revolution or the uprising against Spanish rule.
Your Excellency, what can you tell us about the pre-colonial history in the country?
Well, before the Spaniards came to the Philippines, we already had our own alphabet, our own writing, and this can be proven by the copper plate, the Laguna copper plate inscription, which was dated in 980 AD. So the copper plate actually, when scholars studied it, it showed the alphabet of like Javanese, Sanskrit. It's but it was only discovered in the 2000s, like 2010. So that shows that there was already a civilization in the Philippines.
A very old civilization,
Yes.
dating back to centuries.
Yes, that's right. And we were trading, the Filipinos then, not yet called Filipinos, were trading with neighboring countries like from Thailand, from Vietnam, from China, from Indonesia. So we were also part of the Philippines where had
This
you know,
exchange between countries. It's
oh
a hub,
yes, trading
let's say.
especially. It was a
Yes.
trading. There was trading going on even before that, and also well, let me tell you
the most
that
populous city, let's say. The most populous city that is taken by all these trade activities. We can
Well,
say that.
yeah, there were also in Manila. We had the small kingdoms. There were also like sultanates in the south, and as early as around 1380, we have in our history Arabs, you know, traders,
yes,
Arab traders,
definitely.
and Islam was brought to the Philippines through the south,
Amazing.
and then it went up to what we call Manila now.
This is the pre-colonial history.
Yes,
Let's
that's
say.
right.
And when was the Independence Day? When was Philippines declared independent?
But before that, that's
Yes.
pre-colonial. We were colonized by Spain.
okay.
So the first
for how long, supposedly?
For more than 300 years.
Wow,
And that
amazing.
started with the discovery of the Philippines by Western, by Ferdinand Magellan, a Portuguese explorer working for the King of Spain. So, and then, you have groups of different religious
Ethnical groups
yes,
and
no,
religious groups.
religious groups that came to the
Okay.
Philippines after that, and the Philippines became an administrative colony of Spain in 1565.
And talking about religion, let's say, how is the religious base divided? Can you tell us?
But prior to the Spaniards, of course, the Filipinos then were pagans,
Okay.
animists, and they had, and then of course, part of them from Mindanao became Muslims because Islam was introduced.
Okay.
And then when the Spaniards came, they introduced Christianity. So now, because the Spaniards or the Philippines was under colonial rule, Spanish colonial rule for more than 300 years, this has resulted in something like 82% of the Filipinos right now are Catholics.
Catholics. And
Yeah,
the
then
rest?
some have you have around 5% or 6% Muslims, and the rest are of other denominations, the Protestants, etc., and small groups of Hindu and Taoist. But
Okay.
the greater majority really are Catholics.
After the colony, this Spanish colonial, let's say, for 300 years, as you said,
Yes.
when it has been declared independent.
Oh, the Filipinos many fought for independence for 200 years. So we had 200,
Many
around 200
attempts
yes.
to be declared
Yes,
independent.
yes, around 200 revolts, different small revolts from different groups. But
Okay.
finally, in 1898,
Okay.
our forefathers declared independence on June 12, 1898. That's why they raised the Philippine flag in
Okay.
Cavite. So
Okay.
1898, and then that was only the time when Spain ceded the Philippines to the United States of America. So under the Treaty of Paris.
Okay.
So after that, in less than a year, the Filipinos also fought the Americans. So you had the Philippine-American War
Okay.
from 1898, 1899 to
It
around
lasted
2000.
like,
Yeah, 1903, around 5 years.
okay. After that,
Yes. And then, of course, the Americans now are our new masters, colonial masters. So they brought in educators. They taught us the English language.
amazing.
So our educational system is really American based.
And talking about languages and dialects, we say, or it's written to, they are about some 151 languages or dialects. Why?
Oh, because I think it's really because of the
Of
geographic.
all these mixtures of people.
It's really the geography of the Philippines. Small island, so you're a small, big island. So in a small community, you speak a different language, and with dialects. So if we have around 145, 200.
Let's
50.
enumerate some dialects, Your
Oh,
Excellency.
the major ones, of course, Tagalog, which is the basis, main basis of our national language is Filipino.
Okay.
You have Cebuano, you have Hiligaynon or Ilonggo, you have Kapampangan, you have Ilocano.
Do they have the same lexicon or
No, really
linguistic structure?
different. No.
Really different?
I for myself, I only speak Tagalog. I can't
Okay.
understand. These are really different languages. I can't understand Ilocano, Ilonggo, Cebuano, Waray.
Oh my
so
God.
so many.
Oh my
And
God.
then you've got variations within each language.
Definitely.
So I think there are around 187 in total, including dialects. And the main
and official
languages.
main languages.
The official languages are Filipino and English.
Okay. And if you're going to go to the structure of the parliament, in the cabinet you have secretaries, not ministers or members of parliament. What can you tell us about all this structure?
Oh, the Philippines is a presidential form of government. It's a republic. And
Okay.
so we have 3 branches.
Yes.
We have 3 branches. You have, of course, the executive branch, which runs it. It's headed by the president, the vice president, down to the barangay. So you have, and then you have legislature.
Hierarchical system or hierarchical structure, you mean?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Because the top man in the Philippines is a president who is elected by the whole population.
His Excellency, the current President of the Republic, his name is?
Rodrigo Duterte. And he was voted as president in 2016 elections. And
All our
his-
regards to His Excellency, the President of the
sure.
Republic of Philippines from this plateau, from plateau of Mariam TV.
Okay, yes.
Really?
I will.
And as we see here on the monitor, the house.
Yes,
of
it's the Malacanang
President.
Palace.
Yes, the palace. What is structure and what kind of architecture in Philippines?
It's an old one, actually. It's
I like it.
It's
like
an
it.
old one. It used to be also the office of the Governor General, the
Okay.
Spanish Governor General of the Philippines.
In
So
the
when the
previous
Philippines became an administrative colony of Spain, so the highest ranking official
Okay.
also stayed there. You use this as residence and official residence and office. It's called the
Okay.
Malacanang Palace.
And if we want to talk about the voting system in Philippines, what can you tell us?
Well, for the presidency, because we have different terms like president, the vice president, and the senators who make up 20. There are only 24 senators at any given time, and they are voted and they have a term of 6 years.
6 years mandate.
6 years, yes.
Okay.
And you have the congressmen who are also part of the legislature for 3 years. But there is a term limit. They can only run 3 times. So which means it's a total of 9. For senators, they can only run for 2 terms. So which means they have a total of 12 years if they are voted again. But the president cannot run for the same office. So he has a total term
How many times?
of only once.
Only one.
The term is for 6 years, including also the vice president, who is
Okay.
the number 2 person in the Philippines. And then you have small units, like you have the executive branch, you have the governors, who are heads of the provinces, and then the vice governor, and you've got council people, and the mayors of cities and municipalities. They also have a vice mayor. They are all elected down to the smallest political unit, which we call barangay.
What does it mean, barangay?
Barangay is the
whole
smallest.
system, you
Yes,
mean?
it's a small community. Actually, it all started during the Spanish times.
Okay.
But barangay, actually,
What does it
barangay
stand
comes
for,
from
the name?
barangay is the big boat.
Big boat.
Big boat, yes.
Okay.
It's a barangay.
It's a Filipino word.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So in earlier times,
Everybody
know,
is in this big boat, let's say.
in a small community.
Yes.
So before it would be a barangay or a barangay would have around 100 families.
Amazing.
Yeah, so a small community. So you have from that,
Encompassing such
and they are
big
all
number.
and they are all elected.
Amazing.
Yes, elected by the barangay. The unit there. A mayor is elected. That's why during elections, now it's good that it's computer. So
Computerized.
yes,
everything is
computerized. So they check. But before each and every candidate that you choose, you write down the name. So it's a long, long list.
Long process.
Yes, it's a
to
long
say the
list
least.
also.
Yes.
Like if you have to elect 12 senators, if it's presidential, it's a national election, you have to elect your president,
You have to go
your
through-
vice president, write all those. Now, it's better because you just check. The names are there and then you have to check.
You have to check.
Yes.
You told us in the beginning, very beginning of our episode, Your Excellency, that Philippine is a group of islands
Yes.
mounting to 7,641 islands.
That's correct.
And not all of them are inhabited.
No.
Let's say how many approximately are inhabited?
Around
Do you have an exact number?
2,500, I guess, are inhabited. So you've got small,
Okay.
small islands,
And the
which
other
are
small
great
islands, what the
places to
situ-
visit.
Wow.
Yeah, because they've got beautiful beaches.
We have to promote all these islands.
Yes, yes.
From here, live from here.
Yeah, there's one place actually in one province. There's a place called 100 Islands. Just for
100
that small,
islands.
they have 100 islands just for that small
Wow.
place.
Wow. And the rest of islands that are still inhabited, any future to be populated, or they are not well made in order to be inhabited? The climate,
Some
I
are
mean,
remote, and of course, I think it will be very difficult to stay there for long periods of time.
because of the
So
weather? Because
yeah,
of
the
what?
weather and also accessibility.
Accessibility.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Because these are islands and you have to have your own boat. When you buy your goods, it's going to be very expensive. So, but these are great visit places. You just be there as tourist.
Your Excellency, Mrs. Bernardita Catalia, a
Yes.
small break and we'll come back to the studio.
It's more fun. Philippine Islands. It's more fun in the Philippines. It's more fun in the Philippines. It's more fun in the
Indeed, it's traveler's fantasy in a tropical area or island. And there is a tradition in Philippines. They say, before you say good morning, they ask you, have you eaten? What's about this tradition?
Well, yes.
And how do you say it in your language, please?
Okay. When you have a friend and you meet the Filipino, I don't know, but the question is, have you eaten? That's our way of welcoming it. I think it's being very hospitable. So you ask the other person if the person has eaten something, so you offer. So Filipinos, even Filipino families, even if they have nothing, and you come to the home during lunch or dinner, even they have very little. They
Very welcoming people.
They will ask you to join them to eat. And the other one is we don't say hello or hi. When you meet on the street, your friend, the question is, where are you going?
Oh my God. Why?
Some people find it really very intrusive, but that's how we are.
For all people, all categories of people,
oh, yes,
of
yes,
society.
yes, yeah. And when Filipinos come together, they eat a lot and they talk about food.
Talking about food, gastronomy is very delicious in your country.
Oh yes, yes, definitely.
Rice
yes.
assorted with meat and so on.
Yes,
and
yes.
fish.
Actually, Filipino cuisine is it's derived from Spanish. We have a lot of Spanish dishes.
Ingredients,
and of course,
let's say.
of course, already turned into Filipino taste. Chinese, Malay, and then of course Japanese. We also have taken part of some Japanese food, and of course the
Can
American
you tell us more
influence.
here about the plates? Do we have the feijoada, the black beans plate over there, like the Brazilian one?
The brown one?
Yes, it's the feijoada.
I don't know. I think it looks like
Champurrado. Champurrado. Yes,
Yes, it looks like champurrado. Yeah, we love
Exactly.
champurrado.
Yes.
It's cooked from sticky rice.
Okay.
Sticky rice with chocolate.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right. And you eat it for breakfast.
For breakfast.
Yes,
okay.
and then one is what we call crispy pata. Pata is the thigh, and you boil it, and then and cook it in dip oil. It's deep fry. And one there is kare kare.
What's the kare
Kare kare. It's vegetable and beef or beef innards with cooked in peanut sauce.
Yummy.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's very Malay.
It's
Because Indonesians have something like that as well.
It's not a dietary
No,
meal,
no,
not
no,
at all.
no,
A lot
no.
of calorie
if you
intake.
eat Filipino food, it must be eaten with rice.
Okay. Always
So
assorted with rice.
you eat a lot of carbohydrates.
Exactly. And what can you tell us about the beverage?
Beverage. We love buko. You know, the coconut juice.
It's
coconut water.
the main country to export coconut.
Oh yes,
Philippines.
yes, yes. We grow a lot of. We have got coconut plantations, especially in Luzon, the southern part of Luzon, up to Mindanao. Yes.
What do we call it? This beverage of coconut?
Buko juice.
Buko juice.
Buko
okay.
is coconut.
Okay.
So it's the coconut water, and then we love to extract milk from it, from the coconut itself. It's coconut milk.
Okay.
We call it gata, and we
Gata?
use it gata, and we use it for cooking.
Okay.
Cooking, and then of course, this is turned into cooking oil.
Okay.
So Filipinos use coconut cooking oil. Like while you use olive, you use coconut.
Olive oil and so
Yes,
on.
olive oil. So we use coconut oil.
What any other beverage that are well known?
Oh, we have this called gulaman.
Gulaman.
Gulaman is gelatin, but the gelatin from the seaweeds.
I've tasted it in the National Day.
Gelatin.
The gelatin you've been putting.
No, it's
Maybe
the
I'm
other one is
mistaken.
for dessert. We call
Okay.
it halo halo. It's
Hello,
a
hello,
dessert.
this is it.
So you
Hello,
have
hello.
not crushed ice. Actually, it should be shaved ice.
Okay.
And you put a lot of ingredients in it.
Okay.
Like banana,
Mm-hmm.
sweet potato, palm seed,
Mm-hmm.
and these are the basic ingredients. And then you put coconut milk.
Mm-hmm.
So the evaporated milk, that because if you use a different one, like the fresh milk, it doesn't taste like, you know,
Okay.
if it's the real
Not
coconut.
delicious.
Yes, it's
Yes.
no.
Mm-hmm.
And then shave, and then on top of it you have leche flan, which is what you call a flan.
Leche means
Leche.
leche means milk.
Milk, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's leche flan. It's milk and a lot of egg yolk.
Lot of.
Egg yolk.
Okay.
So you have it also here. It's the flan, caramel
Yes.
flan.
Yes.
So we have it. We learned it from the Spaniards.
Mm-hmm.
And we have ube. It's a special yam. It's
Ube.
ube. Yeah. It's the how do you call this? A violet yam.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. So it's also cooked in coconut milk, and it's so yummy. And then you mix all this and eat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because we are a tropical country. Most of our days are
Hot.
sunny days, are
Sunny
hot,
days.
so we need all this food.
All this
Yeah,
liquid
the
and
halo-halo,
food.
yes.
Exactly.
And it should be with
To
a
have
lot
some
of,
energy
yes,
boosting.
that's right, cooling effect. You know,
Yes.
the ice, the crush or shaved ice.
Talking about tropical island, can you
Yes.
tell us more about the climate in Philippines?
Oh, well, to make it easy, we only have two seasons in the
seasons.
Philippines. We have the wet and the dry.
Mhm.
So the dry season is from actually things, you know, the weather is changing right now, but it should be from December up to
Monsoonal?
June. The monsoon comes in June. June, July, August, September, October, and maybe up to December. So these are what we call the wet season. It's a rainy day. Well, worse, this is the typhoon season.
The typhoons.
Yes, we are
And rain
maybe
blow.
unlucky because we are visited by some 20 to 22 typhoons a year.
Unfortunately, with all the devastation.
Yes, especially coming from the Pacific Ocean, going in, and then maybe it goes to the west and reaches up to Vietnam and Cambodia.
Typhoons go usually to the lowest part of the country?
No, it's unpredictable, but there is a
Unpredictable.
typhoon path.
Okay.
Normally, it forms
it's
in
from
the
down.
east and goes west. It goes out to the west or to the north, goes to Taiwan, and hits either Taiwan, Hong Kong, or Japan.
Yes. And the architecture is well done or well established in order to observe these or to prevent from these typhoons? Architecture of the
yes,
buildings.
yes. But we use a lot of light materials in many provinces.
Yes.
But in
unfortunately.
areas, for instance, in the north, in Batanes, where it's a part of the typhoon path, the houses are different. It's made
Devastated?
of stone. Yes.
Ah,
That's
okay.
why maybe even during the Spanish times, we shifted from the small nipa hut, kubo, we call kubo, into bahay na bato, which means stone houses.
And the stone houses, you mean they are well done in order to
Yes.
yes. confront typhoons?
The typhoons. Yes. Also, to give more ventilation, especially the old houses
These are the stone
during
houses.
Spanish.
as we
Yes,
see
during
on
the
the
Spanish
monitor.
times, you see that the upper portion they have huge windows,
Why?
so that air can go in, so you don't need the aircon. You
Ah,
don't.
okay.
The wind goes in goes in the house, and
And however, we know that the
ventilate.
temperature remains constant from north to south all over the year.
Oh yes. We have only in the north that you experience lower temperatures. We don't have winters, you see, and most of the time our the average temperature a year is around 27 degrees. But it goes up during the peak of summer, which are the months of March, April, May, We
Okay.
experience around 30, I think the highest now is 37, 38
Okay.
degrees.
Now we're gonna go to Manila,
Mhm.
the city and the capital of the country, a
Yes.
blossom of ordinary and extraordinary, a mixture or a basket of recent and old structure.
Yes.
Let's see some photos on the monitor and you will guide us.
Okay. Oh,
What can we see?
this one is the Rizal Park. It is it's a huge one, right in the heart of Manila.
It's the
So-
heart and soul of Philippines, as we see.
Yeah, because it's where one of our greatest heroes was assassinated,
Exactly.
Dr. Jose Rizal. And so we put up a monument in his honor. And this is a huge park where people can just, you know, have picnic, go, you walk around for free. And during, especially on December 31, where you have the eve of New Year, you have fireworks.
They just celebrate.
But of course, that's not the only place. And then, what is this? It's still part of the, I think it's on Ross Boulevard, yes.
Okay.
Oh, these are,
The heart of the city.
well, this must be part of the Metro Manila. It could be in Mandaluyong, where you have high rises. In Makati, which is the financial district.
We
Oh,
can-
this one is also in Pasay. This is SM Mega Mall. That's one of the biggest malls in the world. So we have so many malls in the Philippines.
Shopping mall.
Yeah, shopping malls.
It's an anchor tourist
It's
destination.
not actually the shopping. It's a complete area where we've got shopping, movies. Sometimes with carnival with Ferris wheel, playgrounds with
Street music.
ice,
Let's not
ice
forget
skating rings. Yes.
arenas. Yes.
Yes, and then concerts here nearby.
Festivities.
Yes, yes, a lot. I mean,
So
you just
we-
go there and you end up your day, you know, being tired, walking, and doing a lot of things.
So we can say that Manila is an anchor tourist destination.
Yes,
Par
yes,
excellence.
yes. Not only Manila, Metro Manila, because so many of this entertainment complexes, shopping malls.
And we say it's the center of performing arts in Asia. What can you tell us about it?
Well, it's basically, I think it's more of the talent, the Filipino talents.
Let
Yeah,
us talk about these
because-
talents.
Yeah, well, some countries, even in Asia, they call the Philippines the land of music.
Amazing. What
Yeah.
kind of music and rhythm?
Well, all sorts of music. So you have pop songs, you've got all groups, you have soloists, and many concerts. Even international artists come to the Philippines and do their concerts there. And then
Okay.
you have a place where you've got theaters, Broadways, yeah, all sorts, all sorts. So you go to the Philippines and you experience all
We're gonna
this.
see Philippines by night and the nightlife of
Nightlife.
Philippines.
It's so alive.
Amazing, amazingly.
You've got discos, you've
fantastic.
got bars, you've got places where there are bands singing.
Wow, amazing. As we
Yes.
see here on the monitor, it's
Yeah.
the perfect pub to be. And the music, can you tell us more about this mixture of music and the arts performance, Your Excellency, in Philippines in general?
Music, we have our own music, but basically it sounds Western because of our orientation, because of 50 years of being under the US. So, and we are so exposed to anything Western, American, even in dances.
You are an open gate for
We
all
are.
these arts.
Yes, dancing, whether it's ballet or cultural or you know, the pop, the hip hop.
Yes.
Yeah. So our own young people, they compete in talent searches, whether it's by dancing or by in singing. We're all over.
Yes. And if you're gonna see a list of some main cities, I will have to read because it's very difficult for me. Tagaytay, Baguio, Cebu, Vigan, Bohol, Davao, Loilo, Naga, all these main touristic destinations.
Yes.
We will see, let's say, Vigan, some photos
Oh,
about Vigan.
Okay.
And you will tell us more about it. Your Excellency. So as we see vegan and the stone houses, top touristic destination areas, as we see, what can you tell us more about the city and touristic activities in the city during the year, all over the year, Your Excellency?
Vigan is in the north. It is an old city established during the Spanish times. So you can see the heritage, the Spanish heritage there. The buildings, the houses are preserved.
The authentic identity.
Yes, that's right. So it's very Spanish, and you can feel the Spanish
Aspects.
Yeah, aspects of the Philippines
Or identity.
there. Yeah, that's right. So
Amazing.
yeah. So what's good in vegan is that you are brought back to the history of the Philippines, and that one you have the chocolate hills. They look green right now.
Why do we call them the chocolate hills?
First, there are mounds, so many mounds. This is natural. Around 1,200 mounds, small mounds, hills, in a small location. And during the wet season, during the rainy season, these are green because it's of the vegetation. But
They
during
are perfectly
summer,
symmetric. Perfectly
Yes.
symmetric.
not really perfectly
see.
symmetric, but I think it's the big number of these mounds in one small
Or
place.
it's a haycock-shaped hill. We
It's
can
hills,
say that.
and then
exactly.
the during summer these turn into brown because of the heat, less water, etc.
It's a monument. We can say it's a geological monument.
It is.
Well known.
It is. Yeah, that's right. Because I don't know of any place where you find this huge
rocky. Yes.
number of mounds, natural mounds in a small, like maybe a 1.1 kilometer area.
Or Rocky Mountains formed after a million of years.
Could
can
be.
say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you agree?
That's right. Millions.
Yes.
This I don't think these are rocky. We still don't know what's inside of those, but we see that these are mounds, these are
Yes.
hills, and always so many, around 1,200.
Now we're going to see Banawe on the monitor.
Banawe, yes.
And we will get to know more about the location of the area.
Banawe is in the north.
North
And
of the country.
it's a mountainous area, and some 2,000 years ago, the people of that area transformed the slopes into rice terraces. So they are able, even if it's a
Yes.
slopey or very high, the inhabitants were able to plant rice to sustain themselves. So
Yes.
it's like also because it's high, so it's like a stairway to heaven.
Okay, this is amazing, as we can see on the monitor. And what about the other cities, Your Excellency, the main touristic spots or destinations in the country?
Cebu is one
Cebu.
place that you should visit because it offers a
It's a tropical
combination of
island, fantasy of a tropical island.
It is. It is in the central Philippines.
Okay.
So you fly for around 40 minutes from Manila, and it's a developed area. So you go there and enjoy both business, work, and pleasure.
The most important is business.
Yes, it is. Because I think it is the number 2 city outside Metro Manila.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can combine both business and pleasure.
Okay. And what's about education in Philippines? What can you tell us about the education system?
It's basically American, because it's the Americans who brought the educators in the 1900s. The first, we call them the Thomasites. They taught us English, and so the system of education is based on the American system. You
It's
have
the gateway for the American system. We can say that.
could be, but well, you have 6 years of elementary, and then you have 3 years of the mid-level, and then you have another 3 years of senior, 4 and then 2, and then 4 years of university or college.
A short video now will be shown about the cities to continue our sequence or series of cities, and then we'll get back to the studio.
Okay.
Tell us more, Your Excellency, about Palawa.
Palawan is, well, not really the new destination, but we call Palawan Island. It's a long island.
Okay.
We call it the Philippines' last frontier because it's really preserved. So you have at least 3 destinations in Palawan. You can go to Puerto Princesa, which is the capital. It has its subterranean river, which is one of the 7 wonders of nature voted. And then you can go to Coron.
So it's a heritage of UNESCO.
Yes, it's a UNESCO heritage, yes. And they can go to Coron with all those rocks. But what's best are the aquatic life. You can go scuba diving or snorkeling and enjoy the underwater. Yes, underwater life. Also in El Nido. Yeah, so
as we see the secret of the sea now on these 4.
Oh, that's in Cebu. The one where you've got the whale shark. You can actually be the it's
Killed
the
by the
it's in the southern
I
part
would never
of
go.
Cebu. Yeah, it's huge.
So as I have on my list here, we have Zamboanga. What can you tell us about Zamboanga?
I have not been to Zamboanga.
Okay. Any other city? Cagayan de Oro. Why do we say Cagayan de Oro? Any?
Cagayan de Oro. It's like Oro is gold. Is the land of gold.
Maybe the land of
yeah,
gold.
yeah. You can
We have
because
to
the Philippines
explore it and discover.
Yeah. The Philippines is known to be the land of gold, especially before the Spaniards came, because we have a lot of gold mines in the Philippines.
Yes, and this is a natural or
yes, it is natural. It is natural. Yes.
Talking about economy, if you want to say about the canned tuna, which is the main export of the country, and other fish production, what can you tell us?
Tuna, because you have a lot of tuna in the southern part of the Philippines that borders Indonesia.
And fish
So you
activities
have
are
in
very
Cagayan de
important.
Oro, you have we have is it Cagayan de Oro? But in you find the fish, the tuna capital of the world. So you've got canning manufacturing industry, and we export both canned and fresh tuna. We love tuna.
Okay.
And but our main exports actually are fruits, tropical fruits.
And we say it's agricultural.
Agriculture, yes.
The main economy is based
For
on
the agricultural part, we export bananas.
Okay. Coconut.
Coconut.
Yes.
Of course, mangoes. Well, a lot of people say Philippine mango is the best mango in the world.
Wow, amazing.
And pineapples.
A short video about Palawa will be shown now.
Okay.
I'm curious to know about Palawa, and then we'll get back to studio.
Okay.
I would say Palawan is a land of miracle. Especially underground, it's very beautiful, as we have seen here in the video. What can you tell us about Palawan?
As I said earlier, it's the Philippines' last frontier. So the government of Palawan is very strict. You can't get sand and bring it out.
Oh my God.
Yes, and even in
Amazing.
Palawan, the young people, the children, can even arrest you. Arrest you if you put dirt or just throw anything. They're so strict with implementing cleanliness and preservation
long?
of the area.
How long does it take from the capital, Manila, to Palawan?
Oh, around 50 minutes to an hour by
Internal
flight.
flights? Okay.
By flight. Direct to Puerto Princesa. There are also flights direct to Coron, and there are flights. Chartered flights from Manila direct to El Nido.
Let us take the plane to Philippines, and let us say from Beirut to Doha, Dubai, or anywhere in the region, the neighboring countries. How long does it take after the 4 hours flight, let's say, from Beirut to Dubai, and then from Dubai to Manila, like 9 or 8 hours? Can you tell us specifically more?
Yeah, it's around an average of 13 flying hours, including from Beirut. I mean,
Okay.
minus the stopover. But if it's fly like I always take Dubai, it takes 8 to 9 hours from Dubai to Manila. And I think it's true for all other stops like Doha, in Bahrain,
Okay.
in Riyadh. So all over the Middle East, you have flights to Manila.
So from the Middle East, we have the flights to Manila.
Yes.
Direct flight to Manila.
Yes, yes.
And what about visa application from Lebanon to Philippines? Easy?
For Lebanese, you apply now on the 10th day. If there is already clearance from Manila, you get it.
Okay.
So it's around 10 days.
10 days, and then we can get the visa.
Yes, that's right. So you have to comply with certain requirements.
This is amazing. And we're looking forward to flying to Philippines very
Please
soon.
do. Please
Thank
visit
you.
my country.
Thank you, Your Excellency. A small break, Your Excellency, una pausa, and then we'll get back to the studio.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have not been you, Charlotte.
This is amazing, really amazing.
There's so many places to go.
Water is very clean, and
is.
the weather is very beautiful. It's very tropical.
Yeah, just don't go during the typhoon season.
We're really gonna dream, and let's not
Be there
stop
up
dreaming.
to maybe June, December to December is a cool month.
December is a cool
Yeah,
month.
yes.
Yes.
December, January, and February.
Okay.
Yeah.
The best months. To
Well,
visit
if you
the
are
country.
you are coming from a temperate zone, better go there in February. But if you want the sun, the heat, then you can go March, April, May. The rest of the year it's so hot. But now it's rainy season.
If I go, I will never come back. I will stay there. What can you tell us about the people, the Filipino people?
Oh, the Filipino people are very happy. I mean, they always
happy.
smile, very happy, very welcoming. And even the kids, they're not, they don't shy away from the foreigners.
Wow.
They, when they see you and they're a bunch of, children, they're in a place where visitors come, they say hi, hello, and they're not shy.
They are close to people.
Yeah, that's right.
Their
very
culture
close.
is like that.
Yes.
They are
yes.
born
They're
to love
always
people.
smiling, and they appreciate life.
Amazing.
Appreciate life. That's why we love singing and dancing and festivities, fiestas, eating, all this.
All these gatherings.
Yes, that's right. I think that's the Hispanic part of us. I mean, the Latin in the Filipinas.
the Latin world or identity is in the Filipinas.
That's right.
These old ladies still love people. As
Oh
we see
yes,
on the
I think
monitor.
they're coming
they love
from
life.
the northern part of the Philippines. Yeah.
And these fiestas and
The
the
festivals.
carnivals.
We have different festivals all over the Philippines throughout the year.
The
And they
katawa-
love costumes in veneration of certain saints, Thanksgiving for good harvest, all name it, and there's a celebration. Especially during May. You have Flores de Mayo.
And this
or
is
Santa
Sinulog, as we
Cruzan.
see on the monitor. Sinulog.
Sinulog
Festival.
is,
Yes.
yeah, it's a festival in Cebu in veneration of the Santo Niño, the infant Jesus.
The Sunflower
That's right.
Festival, too, as we see.
The Sunflower Festival is done both in the north, in Baguio. We
Wow.
call it Panagbenga. So we have beautiful floats made of flowers. And also in the south,
Amazing.
there's also a flower festival in Mindanao. 2 places.
And the next photo, the Dinagyan Festival. Amazing.
Dinagyan is also in honor of the Santo Niño.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's held in Iloilo, in central Philippines, in the Panay Island, very near Cebu.
And you have the Kadayawan.
Kadayawan is also a festival, but it's
Canignon.
it's held in Davao City, in Davao,
Okay.
in Mindanao.
Amazing. So the people are very welcoming.
Yes,
Starting
very
from
welcoming.
kids and going
Yes,
to
yeah,
the
the old
eldest,
people. Yes, that's
people.
right. They treat you like members of their family, and they want to give you the best.
They always shine and have the positive
Yeah,
vibe.
it's always sunny in the Philippines, even
Let's
if
hope
it's a
it's gonna be
typhoon.
sunny.
Yeah, that's right. So it's the disposition.
Yes.
It's a disposition in life. We are very thankful that even if after a major calamity, after that we are able to. We are very resilient.
To stand
So
up.
stand up again and start.
Always after the storm, you start up again.
Yes,
And
that's
you
right.
raise up. Now let's cover the part of women, Your Excellency.
Okay.
The parity between women and men in Philippines. Any awareness campaign to bring women to the highest standards and platforms all over the world?
I think that has always been a tradition, even in pre-colonial Philippines. Actually, the Philippines
They
is a
used to be
matriarchal society. I mean, the women are the leaders, warriors.
Wow.
They, as pagans or animists, there were women priests, like we call them in the women babaylan. So they held ceremonies, and so they're always put on the pedestal. So in history, in the 1400s, there was this very, very strong woman in Pangasinan. It's in the northern Philippines. And
They used to go to the theater of battles, and they used to be
yes,
warriors.
yes, that's right. They lead in battles. That lady is Princess Urduha.
Mhm.
So she was a ruler. Oh, that's the president of the Philippines, and the vice president, Leni
And the current
Robredo.
vice president is
The vice
Leni
president.
Robredo.
So yeah, she was elected nationwide. She's
Mhm.
the vice president. But before her, we had at least we had two women presidents,
Mhm.
Corazon Aquino and Gloria Macapagal Arroyo.
Amazing.
So, and also not only that, even in legislature, we have many women senators. Well, yeah, let's say Cynthia Villar. Um,
These
So-
women has or are still playing a very major role.
yes,
in the
yeah,
country.
yeah. The senators, because the senators are voted or elected nationwide.
Okay.
Nationwide. It's not only in a district. Then you have the Congress women. You have a lot of Congress people, Congress women,
And
also
let's not
part of the
forget you.
legislature.
You are the ambassador of Philippines to Lebanon. You are a woman.
oh yes.
This is Bernardita.
Yeah, I'm not the only one. There are so many, and there have been so many Filipino women ambassadors, and then they're all in governance and in politics. They're all over the place, even down to the barangay level and councilmen. There are women, mayors, city mayors, town mayors, governors, vice governors. Yeah, those are women ambassadors, heads of posts.
So these are the women leaders in Philippines.
Only in the foreign
As we can
service.
see
Look
on
at
the monitor.
the faces. Yes, that's right. So we have always had the women representing the Philippines.
What's the household structure? Every family has how many child?
Oh, now it's a family of 6. Of course, a husband and wife and 4 children.
Okay.
So unlike before, when some 20, 30 years ago, families would have 10 children,
Wow.
12 children, yes, and well, down to 6
And for
average.
this,
Now it's 4.
And for these women leaders, when they have this household structure for boys or for children, let's say, they can balance home and career easy for them.
Yes, yes, of
Any
course, that makes
assistance
it
in the
harder
house?
because you're doing at least 2 things. It's multitasking.
Yes.
You're guiding. You're the light that guides your children. At the same time,
Exactly.
you are you are doing tasks for your office. Because there are no restrictions on women. In fact, there was a time I remember, or if maybe even now, if there's no parity, there were periods in the past, in recent past, where there were more female students in the university than male.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, and then we have trainings like it started maybe 25 years, 20 years ago. We have training on skills development.
Local
It's,
training, local
yes,
internship,
we
yes.
call it WINT, Women in Non-Traditional Trade. So you see women doing
Women are everywhere.
soldering. Yes, there are a lot of women engineers, women doctors, women lawyers, in all sectors.
In all fields and sectors.
Yes, yes, that's right.
And talking about these sectors, let's talk about education. Is education focusing on all kinds of engineers,
Oh, yes.
economics,
That's right.
doctors? What can you tell us?
You name it.
Yes.
Women are all in this. You've got a lot of
In all
human, yes, a lot of women, female students in engineering, in
Wow.
medicine,
Wow.
in law, in this, and like before,
So we can
maybe
say
it's
they are
only
strong.
secretarial.
They are strong.
Oh
we can
yes,
say
yes,
that.
yes. In fact, the Philippines is the 10th in the Women Empowerment Index in the world. I think we're the
Wow.
only one in the Asia. Well, apart from Australia because it's Pacific.
Yes.
But we are number 10.
And no other obstacles for women
No.
to reach high levels in the society.
No, I don't think so. I think we have done away with
Versus
that.
men, I mean,
Yeah,
parity
well,
and gender
women
equality.
are a little aggressive.
They are aggressive.
They're all. That's why we have also
They
women
must
workers
be aggressive.
overseas. Yeah, because They're so
It's a
strong-willed.
It's a self-defense weapon. We can say that.
Strong-willed,
Yes.
determined.
Yes.
Because you see, economically, we contribute a lot to the economy, to the family, to the community.
And if you want to get back to education, is education for free in your country?
Well, education is for free, but not all, because there is private. You have oceans.
Like
You
everywhere.
can go. You can go. Yes, you can go to a public school. You can go to a state university. Of course, state universities are very competitive. You have to take the entrance exam. But from elementary to high school, the Constitution mandates.
The tuition
Yeah,
fees.
or public education, education. But of course, there are private schools, so you can opt to go to a private school. There are no restrictions.
Tell us more about Philippines, Your Excellency. What do you like more about your country? On a personal level now.
I like most in my country.
Yes.
Well, the natural beauty of the Philippines.
The natural beauty of
The Philippines. A lot of places to go to.
Yes.
As I've said, there are more than 7,000 islands. Well, it will take maybe forever for you to go to even the major ones.
Definitely.
So it's a lot of places to visit, to explore, and meet people. And you can see that Filipinos are very appreciative.
I believe they live longer because they are happy. Do you agree?
Live longer. I cannot compare with others. But the Chinese live long. But between men and women, I think the how do you call this? Life expectancy is higher in longer in women than men.
Okay. So you said-
Filipino women live longer than men.
Yes. And you said that the nature is very beautiful,
yes.
and the
That's
cleanliness of the country. What's the secret? The country is very clean. Clean water, clean nature. What's the secret?
The secret. Well, I think it's in the. It's really the character, and the character of the people. They love their own places. They protect it. They're the ones who protect it.
They respect nature.
Yes, that's right. We love nature, and we love to well, of course, enjoy what we have and
Exactly.
preserve it.
To preserve.
And then also give it as a gift to mankind, gift to people who'd like to see our country.
To preserve the identity of the country, we can say that.
The identity, the natural beauty,
The
natural
heritage and
beauty,
the patrimony.
heritage.
A small
Yes.
video will be shown, and then we'll get back to the studio.
Okay.
Planning a meeting? It's good to know that when work meets fun, success happens. For example, did you know that a warm climate improves well-being? And studies show that taking a break outdoors increases attention span by 20%. Research says that meeting in blue rooms enhances productivity, while bright colors inspire creativity. It has also been proven that smiling releases endorphins and lowers stress. So it's good to know that you are with the happiest people in the world. So for your next meeting, convention, or business event, meet in the Philippines. Where fun works.
Yeah, we love.
Perfectly true. Where fun works, this is perfectly true.
Yeah, that's
and
right. We love life.
and for your next meeting or convention, meet in Philippines. Why?
Oh yes, because
Tell
I
us
said the
more.
hospitality is there. I mean, it's not only the people; it's the government that would like to give you the best, that to make you happy. When you come to the Philippines, you are a friend, you are a guest, you are a member of family. So we give you. We would
Amazing.
like you to enjoy. Make sure that when you come to the Philippines, you will come back.
They are worried about your joy and happiness in Philippines.
Mhm.
This is it.
That's
what
right.
What can you tell us about transportation means?
Oh, transportation.
What kind of transportation means do we have?
Of course, you've got cars and buses, and they have metro.
Public transportation.
Public transportation. But there's one problem. I think, like in Lebanon, you know, you have crowded streets, so many vehicles.
Traffic jam.
Traffic jam. Yes.
This is what we are
yeah.
suffering from.
That's one of the problems that we have, especially in Metro Manila. Yeah, because
It's very
so
busy.
crowded. It's you have a Metro Manila has around residents almost like 14 million.
Wow.
Yeah, and then it crowds out, especially during daytime when people from the neighboring cities go to Metro Manila to work.
Yes.
So
This is the most important working.
it's a major problem, and economically, actually, it reduces productivity. Yeah. So when you go to the Philippines, go to Manila, stay there for a while, and then go and see the
nature and the beauty
nature,
of
yes,
the
because you feel
areas.
it's serene, it's clean, it's beautiful. You breathe fresh air. You eat fresh seafoods, a lot of fish.
Delicious food.
Yes, and it's cheap. I mean, compared with
What's
many
the currency in
destinations.
Philippines?
It's a Philippine peso.
Okay, equivalent to?
In
almost?
dollars now, it's $1 equals maybe 51 or up to 52 pesos.
Which is very good. And
Oh yeah,
it's
well,
it's an
foreigners
affordable country.
foreigners find it
Exactly.
cheap,
Yes.
but for us it's not really cheap because
Yes.
the salaries are not that high. Yeah.
Tell us more about fashion. What's about
Fashion,
Yes.
we are so fashionable.
Tell us.
Because we have great how do you call this?
And about the textile, I love the textile of your jacket. You're excellent.
Oh, this one is local. It's Philippines. It's really a product of the Philippines. This is pineapple. So normally pineapple
tissue.
is a very natural fiber. So it's pineapple. We call barong Tagalog or barong Filipino.
Barong Tagalog?
Barong is dress. So
Okay.
Tagalog is it's a group of people in southern Luzon. It's your Tagalog. That's why you have it's a group of provinces where you speak the Tagalog language, which is the basis really of the Filipino language. So then you've got this embroidery, and we have known couturiers.
What does it mean?
We have produced you know, the fashion designers
Yes.
who are known in many places, in the US, in Dubai.
Perfectly true.
Yeah, that's right. So, well, I think in terms of fashion, we are not apart. I mean, we're not far from the others.
Yes, and the main colors of the seasons, let's say.
Well, it's practically. Well, we have to wear something
You have the red
light-colored.
color, no? The red color. as I
Red
see.
color. Well, maybe some
Or
people wear
green.
that. I think we go for more neutral colors.
So I'm mistaken.
More neutral colors. Like this one is very neutral.
Okay.
Yes, for formal wear. Well, unlike the Europeans or even the Lebanese who wear always black, I guess we don't do that because for us black is mourning. Somebody dies.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you wear black. But maybe for evening wears, then that
For
would be okay.
classy gatherings.
Yeah.
Let us talk about export and import in short words. export of the country. Let's say the figures that you have here on the monitor: mineral products 12%, metals 7%, chemicals 6.8%, foodstuff 5.2%. This is about import. We're talking about import. Transportation 11%, but the biggest is for machines and vehicles 36%, because we go for plastic 4.3%, and the other are very tiny. What can you tell us?
Okay, well, we consider the Philippines, it's more of manufacturing now and services, as I said.
Yes.
So much of the jobs generated in the Philippines are based on services like business process outsourcing. So exports were not really big in exports.
We go now to export on the monitor.
So
we
we import a lot of materials that are needed for the service, for the industry, for the manufacturing industry. So we are more into a production of
foodstuff you don't export.
Electronics.
It's foodstuff you don't export. Machines
not much.
You export 63%.
Yes, it's our exports are basically what we we import a lot of materials, transportation, parts, components, electronics, and these are also the same things that we export. So the top 5 exports are really electronics, transportation, parts and transport, etc. So food, we consume a lot of food, but mainly the commercial products really are bananas, coconut or coconut products, mangoes and pineapples, and some tuna, canned tuna and fish.
Your Excellency, Mrs. Bernardita Catalio, Ambassador of the Republic of Philippines to Lebanon, thank you for being with us today in Mariam TV Plateau. What's your message to women in Lebanon, all around the world, and especially Filipino women?
We have many workers here in Lebanon. We count around 30,000, and most of them are women. They are working in the households. My request is for the Lebanese families to please take care of them, since they are away from their families. We know that life outside your country, outside your family, is very lonely, and it's difficult. It's good that we have a very good communication infrastructure. So please take good care of them. Also treat them as members of your family, as we will take care of you when you come to the Philippines, visit us, and we will make sure that you will enjoy your visit. So please make that your next destination. Come to the Philippines.
Thank you.
And enjoy nature, enjoy the beauty, and enjoy the treatment, the hospitality that we offer.
Thank you, Mrs. Bernardita Catalio, again, Ambassador of Philippines to Lebanon, for bringing Philippines here to us, to Mariam TV Plateau, as if we were in Philippines, really. Thank you.
Thank you very much. شكرا.
شكرا. مشاهدينا، نحن وياكم لليوم خلص لقائنا من برنامج سفرة مع سفير. بودعكم أنا جويل حتى لقاءات أخرى، والله معكم.